Hey, what's up? Want to hear about Mafia 3 at 2 in the morning? Well, fuck you. We're gonna do it anyway. So, Mafia 3. The biggest, one of the best third person adventure game things in the world. Other than Grand Theft Auto. Oh, Grand Theft Auto. Again, another great game. Franchise for third person adventure type video games. But in the aspects of Mafia 3, we have an individual, Lincoln Clay. Okay, Lincoln, a young man, just got off the Vietnam War, comes out of the Vietnam War as a veteran, sitting on the bench waiting for his pal, his brother, Ellis Robinson. Ellis takes him into the car and they head over to Sammy's. Lincoln drives them down to Sammy's, where they talk to their stepfather, his stepfather, Ellis's real father, Sammy Robinson. Sammy is the leader of the Black Mafia at the time in the video game. He's taking care of everybody in the Hollow, which is a black neighborhood that's condoned of all the poverty because it's stricken by a already segregated white area after the Vietnam War. And this was before Martin Luther King was assassinated. And during the time, during this time, Lincoln and him and they all plotted bank robbery, right? Him, Ellis, Sammy condones it all, has phone calls with Lincoln to make sure everything's going all right throughout the aspects of the bank robbery. He has Georgia's friend who is a co-leader of the Dixie Mafia with his father Sal Marcano, Georgie Marcano, and then there's Danny Burke, who is Thomas Burke's son, who is leader of the Irish Mafia. Now, during that time, after the bank robbery, they're counting their winnings right. Lincoln and them have just made one of the biggest scores in his life. Nothing compares to this until nobody expects this. Georgie points over to Lincoln and shoots Lincoln right in the temple, scarring him and missing. It clips him. Here he falls down and they start dousing the place. They stab Danny. They shoot Sammy dead. And Ellis gets killed too. He gets shot dead as well. And they're all laying there. Now, Father James comes and saves Lincoln during the time, and the building burns up. Sammy's goes into flame. And Father James takes Lincoln in. During this time of Lincoln's coma, as he's taking care of him, dressing his wounds, keeping Lincoln alive, during the time, Bobby Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and, well, that's the same people. They get assassinated. Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy both die. And JFK also gets assassinated. And during that fight, wait a minute, I don't think JFK gets assassinated, but those two get shot. Yeah, JFK dies too. Everyone gets murdered. And then Lincoln's laying there. Once he gets up, he realizes everything's gone. Everything was taken away from him by Sal Marcano. And that's where I'm going to end it there for that transpire. Because I want you to play this video game. This is just a review, and I'm starting you off on something. And the aspects of this game, this is a really good game, an enjoyable game, a fun retrospect. The storyline is great, the player dialogue is great, uh, the conversation between the characters are great. There's no shitty dialogue in this game. I I love the main character. Uh, he's such a good character. I also enjoy that they brought some characters back from the original other Mafia games. They got Vito Scaletta from the second Mafia game to come into this. And if you enjoy Mafia 2, you'll probably enjoy this game too. There's a lot of aspects to this game that transpired in that game, except for picking the locks of the cars, because that bullshit sucked. I'm not gonna lie, that was bullshit. I hate that shit. But this game, the standard edition, and there's the deluxe edition, which comes with DLC for the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition is better because there's more content and there's more fun side missions to do and more shit to enjoy. There's another side of the main missions that we don't get to see, and there's a whole other story arc in half of them. So that's another enjoyable aspect there. The standard edition gets a B plus because during the game I would always get fucking lags. Always lags that tune me out of the game and I'd have to come back into the fucking game, which sucked. Playing on the Xbox One also, for the deluxe edition, there was always aspects that I'd always get kicked out and treated like that. So it doesn't get a solid A. It doesn't get an A plus because I think I've played other better video games in that genre. There was Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto 4 that I thoroughly enjoy, but Mafia 3 still can combat that game. It doesn't have that storyline that compares to Grand Theft Auto, but Grand Theft Auto had a more realistic thing to it, a more realism thing. Like I could actually be that character, other compared to just fucking Lincoln Clay. Because who the fuck is in Vietnam fighting right now? Not to mean anything by that, but weren't we still friends with them right now? We don't hate them. Of course we don't. So we're not going to go to war with them anytime soon. I hope not. Now, I don't want to get shit for that. But, going off topic, Mafia 3. This is a B plus for the standard. Deluxe gets an A minus. Because Deluxe had more content and I enjoyed Deluxe a lot more. But still, standard's a great game. B plus for that. A minus for that. Enjoy yourself. Keep gaming. This is Tony Macharg for Video Games Everywhere. Smile a little bit. Pussy.